Hello students, let's read our problem. In the figure below, what is the length in centimeters of side FH? Okay, so I'm gonna start by identifying what is important in this question, and it says basically they wanna know the length of side FH, and it says centimeters, and I see all the units are in centimeters. Okay, I'm gonna box my question. I like these questions that have very short paragraphs. Okay, so we did circle, underline, and box. Now we have to elaborate. And since this is a shape inside another shape, for elaborate, my strategy is to separate the shapes first. So I'm gonna pause the video so I can draw the two separated triangles. Okay, so kind of my triangles will look like this. And I'm gonna get started by identifying the big triangle right here. So you notice here this big triangle starts at point F and then it has point J somewhere in here and the corner will be G. And from F to J it is 8 centimeters and from J to G is 4 centimeters. So what does that mean? That means that from F to G is the 8 plus the 4 because all this will be together and that will be 12 centimeters. Great. And we're going to highlight that in one specific color. It's going to be this. And this is the same. Okay? Great. Now, the question here is FH. And that I'm going to put it in this color. Awesome. And this one, we don't know its value. This is our question. Now I'm going to identify corresponding sides on the small triangle. And I'm going to get started with the unknown. And here it says it's 5 centimeters. You see that says KJ. So it's going to be right here. And this is K and this is J. And then I have from J to G. And it says here in the triangle that's given that is 4 centimeters. And that one is like this one here. So that would be in orange. And the KJ, we already said, is 5 centimeters. So in this case, when we have a shape inside another shape, our first step is to separate the shapes and making sure they have the same orientation. Great. My second step will be to set up my proportion. And I'm going to get started with a shape that has all my measurements. And I start with this triangle. I get started with KJ and it's 5 centimeters. When in this triangle I have 5 centimeters on the side, my other side is 4 centimeters. And that's going to be equals to, and now I'm going to color code so I'm not going to get lost when I plug in my other values. This 4 must be orange, you see, because it's describing the side. And now I'm going to record the information that I have for the big triangle. So this 5 centimeter corresponds to the unknown on the big triangle. And the 4 centimeters corresponds to the 12 centimeters in the big triangle. Awesome. We completed step 2. Now we're going to do our next step. That is going to be what operations I have to do to find the unknown. And we know already that when we have 3 values and one is unknown, we do a proportion using cross products. And we multiply the 2 numbers that are across. In this case, it will be 5 centimeters times 12 centimeters. And then at the end, we multiply by the other number that we haven't used yet, which is the 4 centimeters. I'm going to identify the colors. So I can see always when I multiply, it must be two values that are across. And I did a little mistake here, guys, that I'm going to fix right now. This 12 centimeters is orange. And this 12 centimeters is going to be orange. That way, when I multiply, the 2 numbers must be different because I'm multiplying across. That's my cross product. And then I divide by the other value, which in this case is going to be the 4 centimeters, and the 4 centimeters is also in orange. In this case, I will have the unknown in this color yellow because this is the one that we have here. Great. Okay, so now it makes sense. Remember how we mentioned we have to have the same colors in corresponding sides, like 4 to 12, they have to be orange to orange, and 5 to X, in this case, they have to be yellow to yellow because on the picture they correspond. And all this is based on the picture that we have. Great. Our next step is going to be to do the operations. So now here I'm going to do the operations. And I'm going to get started by multiplying 5 times 12. Can you do that mentally? Many of you can do it. Yes, 5 times 12 is 60. Awesome. And then we're going to divide by the 4. And the 4 goes in orange right here. Okay, so I still have this space. I know the symbol here means division. So we have to divide the 60 by the 4 centimeters, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get started and say 4 times what is close to 6? The answer is 1 because 4 times 1 is a 4. We subtract 6 minus 4, that is a 2. What do we do next? Bring down the 0. And now I have 4 into 20. And the answer is going to be 5. Because 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20, yeah, I got no remainder. So 60 divided by 4 centimeters equals 15. And this 15 should be the 15 right here. Because that's what we're doing here. Be the unknown that we don't have, which is right here. So the x here should be 15 centimeters. This is our answer. Can you identify our value in the answer choices, guys? Awesome. It is letter B. Great job, guys. Thank you.